very warm welcome to all the esteemed industry partners and all the startups and other attendees who are here this afternoon for a very important event, which we call Effusion 4.0, which is a culmination of an effort that spans over 2 to 3 months. So delighted to see this thing coming, the third edition coming to a fruition, coming to a point where we have gone through a journey of working with some of the leading uh, companies and the leading startups who have some of the cutting edge solutions uh, on some of the selected problem statements. So before we come to the details of that, I just want to give you a little background of the COE, people who are new to have come to this event for the first time or have not known much about COE. This was an initiative which was taken up by MIT, which is the Ministry of Electronics and Technology. This is a collaboration between the central government ministry and the state governments to promote innovation and the new technologies or emerging technologies. These technologies include, IoT, AI, robotics, AR, VR, all these things clubbed into a name that we call emerging technologies, because they're all interdependent. They don't exist independently by itself. Right? I mean, any solution that we call IoT is basically, Internet of Things or intelligence of things. We have to put multiple elements that go into it. So the objective of the COE was to help bring up more innovation, nurture more innovation in the form of startups. We started out our first center in Bangalore in 2016, and thereafter we have total of 4 different labs and centers across the country. Gandhinagar being one of the key centers focusing on a particular domain. In fact, we have each center, looking after some key sector, because what we have, developed is the largest startup ecosystem in the first 2 to 3 years. Uh, we have more than 1,500 startups across the country who have been working with us, benefiting from our programs. Now, programs could be, in the form of using our labs and equipments. The programs include getting credits for cloud. It includes getting connected to industry. It includes getting mentorship, and it includes some help on the policy side, and few other networking opportunities among the startups and with the industry and the government. Uh, so having created this large startup ecosystem, it was very important that some of the innovations that have been developed in these startups actually get utilized by our industry. And there we had picked up a few key sectors to focus on, and manufacturing being one of our key sectors, because manufacturing is one industry which can use more technology, and secondly, it is one of our national focus also as a nation. And no better place to do that than Gujarat, which is one of the highly industrialized states in the country, and that's where we started with our focus on manufacturing, and we have come a long way in that effort to bring some of these innovations into use by the industry. The platform Fusion 4.0, which was initiated last year, is the one where we try to effectively make startups and the industry work together in multiple ways. And one of them is what we have this as a part of Fusion 4.0 is a manufacturing innovation challenge, which over a period of time is become a platform for industry to share some of the use cases which are real and which they are trying to find a solution for. And that's where they want to use this platform to share it with the largest number of startups who are working with us and jointly work towards the solution, what we call as a co-creation of solution. It has been a pretty effective way, and we have seen some real good breakthroughs coming out of this platform in the past few editions, uh, where both the creativity of the work that is being done in the startups and the knowledge and the requirements from some of the large companies both put together has yielded us some really good solutions, and few more are in the pipeline. So this has been a pretty long effort to get to the point where we actually are able to put the collective effort of the industry and the startups together. And we believe it will go a long way in addressing the needs of the industry, as well as adding competitiveness to our industry, and competitiveness and excellence, to our industry as we as a nation we look to compete globally with some of the other nations and industry across the world. So I like to take this opportunity to thank our esteemed industry partners who have been closely involved at every step of the way, right from the problem definition to the selection of solutions, to all the jury members from different parts of the industry and academia who have come together, evolving some of these solutions. And as we say, the innovation cannot be done in isolation, and all the parts of the ecosystem are necessary. Also, thank all the startups who put a lot of effort in developing these solutions as per the requirement and the needs. And lastly, not the least, is the support from the government of Gujarat. And particularly, I'd like to thank Mr. Harit Shuklaji, the Secretary DST, who's been guiding force and a support from the time we started this center in Gujarat a couple of years ago. So look forward to the proceedings of today's session, which is going to be interestingly unfolding with some of the new winners and the efforts put by everyone, by the team in Gandhinagar, the COE Gandhinagar team, who has put, they've been burning midnight oil for a few days, preceding this event, and look forward to meeting all the good startups and the solutions that are coming out of it. So thank you, and welcome all of you. And I also urge all the industry people and the startups to continue to build this effort further and take advantage of this platform and join it to the collective benefit of the ecosystem and the industry and the innovation coming out of India. So thank you, and back to you, Apeksha.